Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Band of Brothers' very first member spotlight. If you don't already know about us, the Band of Brothers is a gaming community. We are a fun loving, smart, dedicated group. Many of us who are well over the age of 25, but that is by no means a criteria to join us. We like to group with one another, give you some of us are into PvP, some of us not. Others of us enjoy raiding, but that is not our religion by any means either. We can be a bit off color at times, but never intend that to be hateful or mean spirited.
The vast majority of our members have families and responsibilities. We have many active and former military men and women, and it is one of the reasons we went with the Band of Brothers name. We understand that when you're playing games, you're going to do so to relax and have fun. That forms the basis of our very simple guild role. We expect you to treat others how you'd like to be treated yourself, even on the battlefield.
We are primarily based in the North American continent. However, we have members that span all over the globe. We do not seek by any means to become the largest guild, the quote unquote best guild, or even earn any form of EPEAN. We're definitely a small, tight knit community, and we like it that way.
In this episode of our Member Spotlight, we're talking to Fyrs, a 2-year veteran of the Band of Brothers who has contributed greatly in a variety of ways to our guild. I'm Ian Alive, co-leader of the band. I'm here with Daedrin, officer and one of the founders of the band.
Hello, and welcome, Fyrs. I'll go ahead and get this interview started by asking the first question. What is it, then, that brought you to the Band of Brothers in the first place?
Well, about 2 years ago, when I was waiting for the release of the Secret World, I was browsing the official forums for the Templar side, looking for a guild that kind of fit what I was looking for. Some of those casual, laid back, good, close knit family environment, preferably more mature, older, because I've grown up through a lot of my other games, playing a lot, doing a lot of hardcore raiding. I wanted to kind of step back from that and take a break. Came upon Band of Brothers post, I was real interested, and joined up and loved it.
What is your most memorable moment with the Band of Brothers?
It's a tough question. Like I said, it's been 2 years through multiple games, done a lot of different stuff. But probably what sticks out in my mind the most isn't actually the gameplay with Band of Brothers. It's the banter we have in Mumble when we're talking with each other, joking with each other, particularly the way we all pick on Necro.
He brings it on himself.
All that he sure does.
Fires, you mentioned you've been with us for a little over 2 years now. Which games have you enjoyed with us?
I've been with Band of Brothers, like I said, since about May of 2012, so about 2 years now. The games I've been with, I started with the Secret World. From there, I went and played Star Wars: The Old Republic a little bit, and then Defiance when it came out. I would have been with them in Terra, but because of the regional settings, because of where I live, I couldn't get into the game, and now I'm here with them here in the Elder Scrolls Online.
All right, you mentioned the region. Can you tell us a little about where you live and why you live there, and how the time zone differences affect your enjoyment of games and your participation with the guild?
Yeah, I live in Okinawa, Japan. I've been here since 1993 when I first got stationed here with the Army. Retired out of the Army here in 2007, and I went ahead and stayed because my wife is Japanese. My children are dual citizens. It's a good environment for them to grow up in. And I've been doing contract work for the Marine Corps ever since then, traveling 6 to 9 months out of the year all over Southeast Asia and the Middle East supporting them. The biggest problem I have with it, and the way it affects my interaction with the guild, is that I'm 13 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time, so it really affects my prime times and theirs. I'm usually going to work for the majority of the week when you guys are just getting online to start enjoying the game. So it kind of makes linking up and doing things together rough then, but I am able to link up with you on the weekends, which gives some enjoyment.
So, do you speak Japanese?
No, actually, I'm a Thai and Vietnamese linguist, but I understand a lot of Japanese. I only speak it when I'm drunk, though.
Only when you're drunk. Too much sake?
Roger, exactly.
We know you've contributed to the band in a variety of very generous ways. We greatly appreciate it, but we do have to ask, without going into how and what you contributed, what moves you to give that much of yourself to the guild?
Well, part of it's, I think, mostly because of the way I was brought up by my mother. She always taught me if you can go ahead and help out and do something, then you should do so. I saw a need. It was a real stressful time with recent activities that went on, and we needed to, step up and do something. All of us through different ways. I had the means and availability to do it, so I went ahead and did it because it was the right thing to do. It took some of the load off everybody else and let us progress into the release of the game.
And it is really appreciated. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, what is your favorite aspect of the game we're currently playing, Elder Scrolls Online?
There's a lot of good aspects to it, but my favorite one is Cyrodiil itself, the whole zone, because you get a good mix of PvP and PvE. I've never been much of a PvPer, although I know a lot of our guild is. But I'm able to get in there, group with them, run around, do stuff, support them, but still get to be involved in PvE when we're sieging castles, defending castles, running sky shards, doing dungeons, things like that. So I kind of get the mix of both, so we get to work with each other. I think they implemented that really well.
Sure did.
As a guild, we've been together for a while now, but we're always looking for ways that we can do better, improve ourselves. What, in your opinion, could we continue to work on, maybe do a little bit better, or some new area that we're currently not working? What feedback could you give us there?
Well, I would say that we do a lot of stuff really well, and I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that's done bad. The leadership does a great job. Everybody does a great job of pulling together and do what we need to do to make things happen. My biggest pet peeve that you can't change as leadership is just we have very short attention span when it comes to games. It seems like since I've been here, like I said, I've been in the Secret World, Defiance, Terra, some Star Wars Online, and now Elder Scrolls. 2 years, there's 5 different games. Plus, I know people want the Guild Wars 2, things like that. It's a lot of game jumping. It's almost like we have ADHD. We don't really focus on one game and stay with it for a long time. I'm hoping that changes with the Elder Scrolls Online, but we'll have to wait and see. Well, the big thing with me is that I played EQ from when it was in beta, regular EverQuest from when it was in beta up until 2012 when I joined the Band of Brothers. So I played it forever. So that's how big I was into the game. So I like a game I can sit down with and just stay with it for the long haul.
Yeah, how many years was that, do you think?
Oh shit! It came out in '99, right? 13 years.
Yeah. Wow, that is a long time. Well, guys, I believe that concludes our first member spotlight. Good job. Thank you, Fyrs, for your time, your past, and continued support to the guild.
Hey, it's my pleasure. I'm thankful for it and glad you guys took the time to interview me, and look forward to see the great things we do going forward.
So before we sign off, I have just a quick little plug for our alliance, our allies, and of course the Band of Brothers itself. Thanks definitely to the Mostly Harmless Guilds event on April 3rd, 2014. The band was able to use the opportunity for an introduction to Cyrodiil for our newer members and those that were new to the zone in Elder Scrolls. We appreciate our allies and try to give them props when we can, and we hope for a continued amicable relationship with these community leaders. Also, we'd like to thank everybody for watching and listening to this video. We encourage you to visit us at the sites in the credits of this video, and of course, in Elder Scrolls Online.